All right, you guys, welcome in. This is for Virgo and Pisces. This is the Virgo Pisces axis. You guys have something in common here, and all the signs, get used to thinking of them as pairs. So, Virgo and Pisces, what you have in common is connection to healing. And Pisces is a very spiritual energy. Virgo is a more practical energy, but you have some kind of connection around healing. Now, whether you see that in your life right now or not remains to be seen, but because you have a lot of other stuff in your chart as well. But I wanted to do this video this week as we're heading into Pluto ingressing, moving into Aquarius. And I wanted to kind of give you a sense of just from that isolated, I'm almost like doing like this, which is kind of like the opposite of Aquarius. But I want to give you each, if you have a Virgo moon, a Pisces sun, Virgo rising, Pisces rising, whatever you have in those signs, I want to give you a kind of a sense of how that will be impacted by the Pluto moving into Aquarius. I've done all of the pairs. So if you have a like a Virgo moon, but you have a Sagittarius sun, so you might want to take a look at your sun, moon, rising, and Venus, and kind of cobble together a special message just for yourself based on your own particular chart. If you don't know how to do that, you're welcome to jump on my astrology group. We'll be talking about this for a couple of weeks. So even if you're watching this after 2 p.m. on Thursday, the 18th, it's okay. Don't feel like you've missed anything. You can jump on for the next session, which will be in 2 weeks. All right. Or you just come on to Pathfinders. We talk about it in there too. So Virgo, I want to say for the last, since 2008, when Pluto first moved into Capricorn, the sign right ahead of Aquarius, it was there for 15 years. Pluto has been in Capricorn for the last 15 years. So you may have experienced this, Virgo, as something a little resembling ease. I know some of you are like, last 15 years has not been easy, but your Virgo energy really gets Capricorn, and Pluto is about transformation. So if you've had some transformation, your Virgo sun or your Virgo moon kind of gets it. And it's kind of like, yeah, I see the reason for that. I see, why it's important for me to do this work, right? Because Pluto in Capricorn is about work. It's about the energy of rules and tradition and tried and true. And Virgo really likes that. So Pluto being in there, some of you could have experienced Pluto in Capricorn as breaking down some structures that at first you might not have understood why that happened, but then you get it. Like, for example, Pluto moving into Capricorn in 2008, like the banks fell off a cliff. I think you remember that. Where we had the banking crisis, and the banks got bailed out, and they kept on doing what they're doing, and then there was new rules put in place. Dodd-Frank put new rules put in place. Rules, Capricorn. But now we have Pluto moving into Aquarius, and Aquarius doesn't like structures so much, doesn't like rules being imposed on them. And so Pluto says, all right, if those rules aren't working, and Virgo goes, what do you mean those rules aren't working? If those rules aren't working for you, you can look at this personally. There's a time of breaking chains. And so Virgo, the last 15 years, you have been in a trine 120 degrees away from Capricorn, and that has felt ease and comfort. You felt, even if it's not been an easy time, you have felt like a simpaticoness, like you get it. You get why things were done. You get why this happened the way it happened. Even if it was something you didn't like, you kind of saw the reasons for it. Okay. It was like, it made sense to you. The last 15 years for Pisces was in a sextile, and that's also harmonious and beneficial. So this Pluto energy may not have been messing with you this last 15 years. Pisces ruler is Neptune. And Pisces can feel a little bit dreamy, a little bit desirous of wanting a romantic kind of spiritual answer to everything. Capricorn is a little bit more like this is what works. Okay. And so Pisces might have used that energy as opening up to new growth. Like not resist it, not kicking against the traces, because Pisces doesn't do that. But Pisces would see what's going on and used it for their own growth. It may have felt like, okay, this is beneficial for me. This is good for me. Same with Virgo. You guys might have felt like, well, okay, this isn't like the most awesome thing that ever happened, but I can see the point of it. Okay. So I'm going to go into what's going on, because you guys are mutable signs like Sagittarius and Gemini. We kind of roll with it, right? And in the next 20 years, because Pisces and Virgo, you should hear this, Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for 20 years. This year, it's going to move right now, this weekend, in fact, January 20th, it's moving into Aquarius. The sun is moving into Aquarius at the same time. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius, moves super slow until September 1st. And then it goes in goes in retrograde in May. And then in September 1st, it wobbles back into Capricorn until it goes direct. And then it moves back into Aquarius November 20th. So there's a little piece of this year, 2 months and 20 days, that says, did you tie up all the loose ends? Because right now we have this thing happening where it's moving into Aquarius and bam, you might see some things in the world. It's bringing things to light. It's bringing truth out, uncovering corruption, all kinds of stuff. And you might be like, wow, this is like off the chain, because it's going into air as opposed to it being an earth sign. And Virgo liked it in an earth sign. So you might feel a little unanchored. Pisces likes the feeling of being unanchored. Like, I don't want to hook myself to any of this nonsense. But just know that whatever's happening this first kind of 8 months of 2024 is, you're going to kind of get a preview. And even more, if you want to look back into 2023, March, April, May, we had a little bit of Pluto in Aquarius. So what happened in your life in March, April, and May, and how did that feel to you? And then it went back into Capricorn until now, until this weekend. It's going to go into Aquarius this weekend, and there can be a lot of boom, okay? So pay attention to that. In the extended, I'll go into what the next 20 years is going to look like, okay, as we have that Pluto in Aquarius moving forward. So let's first get a little tarot energy around that for you guys. You definitely have something in common in terms of being the sacred servant, being the healers. Virgo more in the physical, Pisces more in the spiritual. All right, so let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay. Home. Okay. Relief. And death. The death card showing up here. Time. There's Saturn. We've got Pluto and Saturn right here. This is Pluto in Capricorn. So anything that is dying or has been dying, like maybe for the past 10 years, I know this is a big long transit. Anything that's been dying for like the past 10 years, it's almost like time's up. Okay, time's up. I feel like some of you are moving out of a situation, getting some relief, finding your own home. I've been noticing that a lot. And, you might be looking for a new home, or you might be, ending a relationship where you lived with a person or something like that. That might be coming to a close. And the death card is also in your best and highest good. I just saw the star card, the healing card here, Aquarius. There's a time and a purpose to everything under heaven. So it's like something has closed up, and it has already closed up in Capricorn. Things could move really fast as we're moving into Aquarian energy, like with the Aquarius doesn't stand on ceremony. Also, not super sentimental. Okay, Pisces. So just know if you are very sentimental, you might feel that things are a little bit, um, I don't know, rough or gruff, or you might feel like that lack of sentimentality more than anybody else. Okay. And it's kind of like, some of you have been so deep in the feels, so deep in the routines of the world that make me healthy, deep in my own feelings about those things, that this change could be a welcome relief to you. Okay. So underneath is the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. I feel like we're going to have something going on that, for those of us, um, who have had big changes in our lives about money and financial things we invest a lot of time into, and then nothing comes of it. I feel like if you have been through that recently, then you're going to be smarter and wiser and more able to move forward. If you've struggled for a long time with money, um, we may really move out of the traditional way of dealing with money and finances. Definitely Capricorn is top down energy, very much a traditional way of financial expression. Okay, I'm just keying in on that because of the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. The Hermit is also Virgo energy, and we have the nodes in Aries and Libra, and so this is definitely about taking up the mantle of change. The Page of Wands, being very excited to do so. Yeah, King of Wands, and walking a brand new path. I feel like some of you, it's like a relief that I don't have to do this job anymore. Some things just may fall apart that you will feel like, oh, thank God. Let that go. I don't want let's not talk about our worth and value based on how much we earn a year or something like that. I think that would be a welcome change for Pisces. For Virgo, there might be something about being valued based on how much we invest. We invest our time, we invest our love, we invest our care, and those things may be taking precedence a little bit here. So Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Cups. Some of you I've been seeing a little flickers of twin flame here in many of the readings. Some of you who have been in a situation where you've been in separation for the twin for a long time, there could be big changes there. The Three of Cups and the Nine of Swords, I feel like you might be feeling your twin having nightmares or anxiety, and then all of a sudden there's an offer of love. This person, some of you may feel friend zoned or may feel like it's unrequited love with this person. I think all of a sudden that they're going to come forward and share their feelings. Four of Wands, there's home again, right? Four of Wands, Five of Wands, finding community. There's the Strength card, the Leo card. Yeah, there's struggle here. Hang on, let me lay it all out. Ten of Swords, Six of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. So definitely moving away from something toxic. And I feel like you healers, Virgo and Pisces, know, like a canary in a coal mine, when something is super toxic. Okay, I feel like some of you are moving from this collective energy of struggle. All right, there might be a lot of people trying to, sort of tell you what to do, or you might have lived in a construct, very traditional, where we care about what the neighbors think, we care about what our friends think and stuff. And I feel like the energy that's coming up is pretty non-traditional in terms of love. I feel like there's going to be a lot of twin flames uniting in the 3D. It's so funny, like you would think that because we were in Capricorn, that's very earth-based. But I feel like it's just been a long time coming. I mean, my twin flame journey has been going on for 35 years now. A long time coming, right? And it's just like all of a sudden, there's some suddenness here of things coming to a close. and things moving on in a very positive way. Okay, things moving forward. And I want to get a sense of what this Ace of Cups is, please. Ace of Cups. This one jumped out. The Ten of Wands. Queen of Wands. Two of Cups. Sun. Some of you have too much focus on the physical being together in the physical. And it's almost like you've invested so much time and energy in looking at that this energy of Pluto moving into Aquarius kind of shifts your perspective about that, like recognizing how important the 5D is. Sorry, I'm looking for, yeah, this is right here. I'll turn my fan off. Recognizing something about the recognition of the importance of the spiritual and the quantum field. Some of you may get a real aha moment about your spiritual connection, and you're really seeing it kind of reflected in the physical. Some of you may really open up to this idea in terms of like astral travel, or have some very tangible expression of your spiritual soulmate, even if you don't identify as twin flame, and having a kind of like an out-of-body experience or some kind of astral travel to that person. And that like confirms everything for you. It gives you a sense of, okay, I thought that this person was my twin and I was working my spiritual journey, but like there's a real sense of relief, okay, that this is the right person for you. And you might have it in your dream state. You might have some kind of connection in your dream state. It's almost like you feel what's going on with this person. 8, 9, 10, or 9, 10 of swords. You could also feel what's going on with them physically. Definitely Virgo energy there about the physicality of what's going on with our twins. And like maybe there's some kind of financial issue that happens because of Pluto moving into Aquarius. Hold on. So Knight of Wands. What's this Knight of Wands? There's an offer of physicality here. Nine of Wands. So Knight of Wands, 9 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, 7 of Swords and the Death card. 2 of Wands, Tower. Wow. Wheel, Chariot. There's the 8 of Swords. I knew it was coming out. 8 of Swords. Okay, so here's the deal. I feel like there's something very spiritual, not necessarily sexual, about the togetherness, about like the two of you pulling together, the two of you doing something in the quantum, the two of you doing something very aligned with your mission and purpose. I feel like that pulls you together. And I think there's an opportunity for physical intimacy. I do. I think there's an opportunity here. But I also feel that if it is connected to third party, then that might be the thing that kind of says, okay, we're not doing that. I'm not doing third party. It's got to be you and me. There's some kind of when push comes to shove, like, I'm not doing that. This has got to change. Okay. This has got to change. I'm not advocating for that at all. I don't want to be part of a third party thing. So there's a choice made here. And this is definitively like some kind of leveling up here with this energy means, it's hardwired into your path that I've got the Tower in every single reading. Okay. And it shows me that there's a sudden move toward the future. There's a sudden appearance on your path that this is changing the game. Everything has changed. Okay. This could be a very strong soulmate relationship coming in, or your twin flame or something like that. I do not think you see this coming. I think this is a shocker. Okay. This is a shocker. Anything else around that? Because it's like you kind of know intuitively. You see in the Strength card, she feels intuitively that Knight of Cups riding up behind her, but she doesn't physically see it. You get what I'm saying? Like in the spiritual realm, or in the quantum, or in your intuitive body, this person's going through tough things. You feel them coming, but you don't see it. You don't actually see with your physical eyes. You see with your intuitive sense. Okay, anything more about that? Six of Pentacles. This is about a requited love. Some of you have been really upset about this soulmate relationship. I'm speaking to somebody, it might be just a small group of twin flames that have felt that their twin flame doesn't love them back. Or there's an unrequited feeling to it that even though I feel like they're blocked quite a bit by their physical life, which is the Capricorn energy, their physical life. And so they have to move into healing. And so it's interesting that your twin needs to get out, have the Pluto get out of Capricorn and into Aquarius so they can heal spiritually. They can do a lot of healing work. Right now, they're completely blocked by so much stuff going on in their earth life, in their physical life. It is about requited love. So you might have thought that your twin doesn't love you. I feel like that's just nonsense. Judgment, it is nonsense. 5 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. So I feel like somebody here is making a decision that there can't be any more third party. Okay. If there's going to actually be love offered, Ace of Cups, there can't be any more third party. And that's what's really bothering your twin, especially if they're married to somebody else. They're like, okay, I want to share my love. I feel strongly that I need to tell this person I love them, or I'm afraid I'm going to lose them to another person or something like that. And it's like, okay. And the twin's like, that's awesome, but I am not doing third party. You're going to need to figure this out. You're going to need to get out either of my life, or you're going to need to get out of that connection. All right. So I'm going to go deeper into this reading. If this is for you, there's a link below. I'm going to also go deeper into the astrology to give you kind of a forecast of what's happening for the next 20 years. Pluto and Aquarius. Oh my God. All right. Link below, Pisces and Virgo. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.